Now, I will say, this update right here is not very good. Like, really not good. I mean, I like the idea of having the finisher Mori, but I don't know why you would completely gut the green and the red Mori. I mean, the yellow Mori would make sense because, well, actually, I'm a big sick right now, so. But this video right here is just the importance of this update, because this will completely damage the game's health if all of these go live. There has to be adjustments that have to be done, really. Now, I know this is way too early to tell because the PTB did just drop, but believe me, it's starting to look pretty damn bad. The big one I should say right now is the Mori. Like I said, I like having the finisher Mori because you rarely see the killer's Mori, so like you don't see like the additional details of each killer. I mean, there's probably some killers you don't want to see the Mori with because some of them are pretty shit. But like still, it's really good to see like the good characters, especially your favorite killer, having like a Mori for more character detail. But either way, it makes no sense though to just completely change the red and the green Mori. It makes no sense to do that. The yellow Mori I would understand because that's also considered the finisher Mori. So, but other than that, the Mori change is basically a nerf slap to the face right now. If you have seen my night video, which I'm pretty sure you did, pretty damn bad that all the survivors I Mori did at the last night video, I couldn't even be able to Mori all of them if the update goes live with this. It would be pretty damn bad. I like especially if I like the Knight's Mori, having 3 gain, actually 4 killers on you, very damn cool. But now I wouldn't be able to do that on everybody. Yeah, I'll see it every game, okay, but like I wouldn't be able to do it on everyone if I wanted to, and that just feels like a bad change. We could just keep the green Mori and the red Mori and just only change the yellow one since that's the finisher Mori really. Then the finisher update will actually be a good update, or a good change that is for the Mori. But right now it's not that great, so hopefully behavior will listen to us this time and not fuck this up really, because this is a big hit. I'm not gonna get into too much in the perks. The biggest topic about this video right now is the killers. They changed 4 killers. 2 killers got little to no changes, or a little bit no effects, and the other 2 that got massive freaking hits. Well, at least one of them that is, and the other being completely unnecessarily and not the direction I was hoping that they were going. So far, the Billy nerf, yes, I can understand people don't like it. Billy is a fun character, and like I said, I have no problem with Hillbilly. It's just he kind of played Overoff and like Wesker, but overall, I mean, I would agree that maybe Overdrive is a little too much, like too frequently, but I don't see why they would nerf his Overdrive speed. I think it should be kept the same, because the fun part about Hillbilly here is that you just gotta go fast. It's really fun. You sprint around the map. God, that is very fun. It's bad that they nerfed the speed. Now, I kind of understand. I mean, these Hillbillies nerfs, they're not that bad. They're kind of like small nerfs. So Hillbilly is not a completely bad killer right now, but like I think there were like, okay, increasing the cooldown. I mean that's kind of understandable. Reduce like the charges of increasing that overdrive so that doesn't happen that often. That's understandable too. And even like decrease the time before it kind of goes down. I don't think that change means nothing because you're going to be using your chainsaw like 24/7 anyway. So I don't think that's even a big part of the change. But decreasing the overdrive speed, that I do not agree. Like yes, he's fast, but like dude, that's just so fun about him. He's just fast. You zoom around the map. I mean, come on now, everybody. I know we don't like this change, but at least he's just a still better Billy than how he was. He's still much better. In fact, but I think changing the rarities of each of his add-ons and decreasing the valuable of it, I think that's a big slap in the face for Hillbilly players. I think that should have not even happened. They skipped the Dad's Boots add-on straight to like the green add-on, and decrease the valuable to 10 instead of 30. That's kind of a huge slap in the face right there. It's going to be harder for Killbilly players to kind of curve, especially console players like me who can't curve the chainsaw correctly because we can't flick hard as PC players can do. The same exact thing with Oni. This is why I can't play Oni right now. I love Oni a lot, and I used to be an Oni main, but realizing that I can't flick or do a 180 makes me not want to play Oni, because now I'm just... It's so easy for them to... It's so easy for survivors to dodge me, because I cannot flick hard compared to other Onis. It's not the Oni's fault, it's mainly the control's fault right there. Either way, these Hillbillies nerfs, yes, they're not necessary. We don't want them, but just come on. They're just better than... Hillbilly is still better. But, yeah, so far, changing rarity items and the overdrive speed nerf, I think that should have not happened. But the rest, I kind of understand. Now, Twins nerf is not even that big. People complain about, of course, if you down a survivor with Victor, yeah, that long penalty. Yes, it's going to feel clunky, but dude, it's only 2 nerfs she's got. She's still going to be broken as hell to this day, especially after her rework, or at least I should call unreworked, since most of them reverted. Twins is going to be broken as hell, everyone, still. So, I mean, I don't think those nerfs did nothing to her. So, I'm not even going to mention Twins. Skull Merchant, though, now that's a huge fucking one. Now, let's be honest here. To be honest with all of you people, as much as I hate Skull Merchant, I really do not believe she deserved this. Yeah, I don't give a shit about her, really, because I don't play her, but, like, when Skull Merchant was listed on the roadmap for changes, I actually expected they were going to do a full rework on her again. Like, the previous 2 reworks they did on her didn't really succeed much. So I thought they were going to do another rework where they completely change her power again and make her a little bit interesting to play at least, and not be like a chess merchant or I don't know, some like people disliked her by design. Basically, that's the problem with the Skull Merchant being hated. She was hated in the first place because of her power. Right now, she's being hated completely right now because of her design. Literally, let's be real here. You guys hate her because of her design, not by her power right now. But, like, she got completely fucking gutted. And I will tell you this. The reason why she got completely gutted is because, one, of course, like I said earlier, people hate her by design, like, completely. And 2, most survivors were killing themselves on hook or disconnecting, meaning her kill rate was literally 70 or higher because they were giving up. Literally, it's not because Skull Merchant was too strong. It's literally because people were just giving up against her, and it counts as the kill. Behavior don't see the big picture here. They see these changes as straight up, like, if they are really unstoppable. No, that's not fucking true. It's because people are giving up. So, most of these Skull Merchant change? No. You completely fucking killed her. Now, people are already starting to hate about the Skull Merchant changes, especially if Behavior confirmed that she's going to get reworked next year. Holy shit, next year. So, I highly doubt these changes might go live. People are probably going to fight back. I might too. As much as I don't like her, I mean, just because I hate her, like, I go up against her and I'm like, oh, it's fucking Skull Merchant. As much as I don't like her, and that doesn't mean I'm going to give up on her, I'm still going to play the game. Hell, I tell you, the most hated killer that I hate going up against is Plague. Around Plague or Unreal, because those 2 are annoying as fuck. But that doesn't mean I'm going to disconnect against them. That doesn't mean I'm going to complain that I'm going up against one. I'll just play the fucking game. It's going to be miserable, yes, but I'm just going to play the game because that's just DBD to here. So, now we have the big one here, and it's unknown. And let me tell you, these changes are completely unnecessary. But not only that, they don't fix the problems that the unknown has. And we pretty much all know what we're talking about here. Oh, I'm just going to talk about how we need to overbuff unknown. No, it's not something like that. When unknown was first introduced as being changed, I had my hopes up, thinking, okay, maybe they're just going to touch the UVX, hopefully. Because really, there's nothing really wrong with his hallucination. Not really. Like, everything about it is okay. I mean, hell, you can kind of nerf it, but like, it's not that bad. It's counterable. It's 45 seconds lower if you land shots, showing that you're being rewarded for great shots. And like, it's very fast, faster than Dredge teleport, that is. And I mean, if survivors don't like it, well, then they can dispel them. So like, it's completely balanced of how the teleport works. Now, first of all, having a hub on the unknown makes no sense to me. Yes, it's kind of cool that there's like new hubs now, but come on now, do we really fucking need this? Why do behavior has to babysit us players in DBD? We already could tell. We should already be telling. If this change of adding a hub is literally because of newer players, they're just fucking garbage at the killer then. You should know that the unknown's hallucinations are going to be off cooldown. You should know that he's about to spawn another one. Pay a fucking attention here. You can tell that his hallucinations are off cooldown simply by that violin sound and if they're standing up. Remember, they're white, their aura's in white wherever they're ready to be teleport to, especially if you aim at them and you see a red glow that says teleport. If they're on cooldown, you should know that they're flopped down, and then you see a yellow aura. Okay, my hallucination is not ready yet, so I have to wait. And let's not forget, you also have this goo fane surrounding your screen, indicating that you're closer and closer to get a hallucination out, and when it turns green, is initiated to do so. So, like, come on, why the that's also unnecessary. You should know this. Now, the nerf the unknown has was the M2 faking or something like that, the edging. Basically, players found out that unknown can spam his power, and most players kind of use this to just simply just delay the hallucination, and so that you could better plan where you put it and put it in the spot where you usually want it. Now, yes, in the VOs, especially when I play Unknown, I was spamming a lot to M2 fake. But then I realized this wasn't really working out for me. As I mentioned of the last Unknown VO where I basically kind of nearly quit before the update, Unknown cannot really M2 fake that well. You'll hear a crack noise, but that's just it. But when he primes his shot, you'll hear the like the goo. You can hear the UVX sound. That's when you can tell he's fully primed to shoot. This is more of a nerf, really. And in the PTB, when I saw the unknown or the new unknown, it's kind of still possible to kind of edge for your hallucination. But yeah, it's kind of hard right now because the cooldown is much shorter. They closed the gap window. So. And then they improve like visual feedbacks where, oh, you're not supposed to hit directly with the survivors with the UVX. You're supposed to get a blast radius. So my question is, what the fuck do you want unknown players to do? You want them, basically, in the behaviors picture, you obviously want them to go for UVX blast shots. Well, us as ranged killers, we're so used to hitting directly with them because that's kind of what the ranged killer is. But this is what's so unique about the unknown and why he's kind of liked it a lot by the community. We're so used to just hitting directly with survivors. Like, you play Huntress, you play Deathslinger, you play Nemesis, you play Xenomorph, any other range killer, hell, even Trickster too. You're so used to just having to directly hit them, basically. That's part of the projectile. The unknown, though, it's not the case. When you hit them directly with your power, it doesn't really harm them or anything. Instead, it slows them down. Which, okay, sounds okay, because then at least it did something. However, though, it's 3 seconds, and it doesn't. The 3 seconds is not good enough, especially when you're slowed down after a shot. Behavior did not make the UVX shot that rewarding. It's never rewarding hitting directly with them because there's barely no valuable. You can't tell. You can tell of the slowdown, but you're slowed down too. So, like, what's the point of having a hindered if you are also slowed down? It makes no sense, basically. So, the change of the unknown, this is all bad. Bad, and it brings my hopes down of me seeing myself playing this killer more. Completely, it kind of ruins me. Unknown now feels like ruined it. And let's not forget, they made blurry photo base kit But this is more of a nerf rather than a buff, because they suggest that blurry photo add-on due to this. But if you actually take a look at the difference between how fast he recovers in live and how fast he recovers now in PTB, he recovers a little bit slower in the PTB even with the blurry photo add-on. So this to me is a complete nerf slap in the face too. Basically, people say that you should use your hallucinations for chase, but I don't see why though. Because I find the hallucinations more like map traversal and not for like chase. I mean, I get it. I mean, you don't. He could just teleport like a dredge. I mean, we get that, but like, unlike dredge, unknown is going at full speed at you. And with blurry photo add-on, he can recover so quickly. It's almost a guaranteed hit, basically. But like, I don't know why people want unknown players to just use your teleport and chase. Just use your teleports and chase. Like, I don't know why they want that. I find the UVX more beneficial for this and not the hallucinations. I mean, you want unknown players to go chase you and anti-loop you based on hallucinations. I want unknown players to anti-loop survivors based on the UVX. We are not the same, buddy. We're not. But so far, there's still problems that Unknown has that the change did not introduce. We still have that buffer crap, where if they stop looking at you, there's a 1.25 second buffer that survivors literally get. So even if they're not staring at you, they're still removing the weakness in the progress. And that to me makes no complete fucking sense. People even asked it for behavior to just make the UVX directly explode it as survivor, which, okay, I'm kind of hands down on that, but then the uniqueness of the killer will be a bit ruined, because it's just like any other range killer. You get a hit, you hit them directly with the range power, they get injured. Well, basically like a Nemesis thing. But now, so far, these changes of Unknown are completely unnecessary, and none of them are good. It's a more slap to the face to Unknown players more than it helps them. I have said this many times, and I'm not going to say this no more. I'm about done fighting for this killer. I have lost all hope right now with this killer because of these changes. The UVX is still pretty easy to predict, even if you hold your power. Now, people say you should just hold your power. Okay, so you hold down your power for a range attack. So now, I'm gonna put examples of this. I'm gonna straight up put an example of this. Unknown, actually, despite of how the UVX can be very inconsistent, pretty badly, you can actually hold it down a bit faster, a tiny bit faster than survivors. You can literally hold it down and kind of zone them like this. This is very good because now you're very patient with your power. It makes it so easy for Unknown players to hold down their power without losing any distance and to get the shot ready. However, though, there are big downfalls the Unknown has that kind of ruins this technique. So, the first one being that if you do make a shot, but if you miss, it's 7 seconds. There is no like reload as like Huntress or Deathslinger, or neither a prime shot correctly, or like an instant shot again like Nemesis and Pyramid Head. No, you have to wait for 7 seconds, and 7 seconds is nearly 10 seconds of a generator being worked on, nearly. And if you do manage to actually land the shot to weaken the survivor, now you can't truly be patient with Unknown no more. Because remember, if survivors stare at you for 24/7, it's nearly impossible to land another shot. This is why it's very important to hide behind obstacles and not let them stare at you. And if you do this, if you stay out of sight of them, then it will help you to gain more time to be able to land a shot. But in good survivors, though, will just hold WA without you knowing. Like I said, you sometimes need to know where they are so that you can better plan your move or whatever they plan to do. Second problem is that the UVX shots are not as fast as like Hunter's shots or even Deathslingers. See, okay, Deathslingers have his problems with his Rem Bleeder. It's punishing if you miss, yes, because you have to reload after the cooldown. You're stunted and have to reload. If you basically screw up too many shots, you're going to lose the game. If you make way too many mistakes as Deathslinger, you're going to lose the game. It's going to cost you. However, though, his spear weapon is very fast. You can actually quick scope them very quickly if you time it just right. Basically, Deathslinger can still be deadly despite of the problems he have because his remedy or spear can traverse so damn quickly that there's almost no time for survivors to react. The average human reaction time is a quarter of a second. The Unknown's UVX though is not quick. It starts off at 25 millimeters at the first time it's like shot. And after 2.5 seconds, it goes up to 50, which is its maximum speed. But that's after 2.5 or 2.5 seconds. Remember, the average human reaction time is a quarter of a second. Survivors have a lot of time left after each shot to just react to it since it's not as fast. When survivors are also weakened, you can't be patient with his power no more. Yes, you can be patient with the Unknown's power, really good. You can hold your power, your UVX, you can be very patient of what they do and whether or not it's good to get a shot or not. But if they're weakened though, you can't really do this that much. Like I said, there's a time limit of 10 seconds where they're going to reveal you. And if you're way too patient with his power, they're going to keep revealing you and then you're just getting nowhere. You're getting shots, yes, but as long as they're removing the effect and recovering themselves, you're getting nowhere. So it's not really helping you. So the best strategy for Unknown to do here is to land a shot with the UVX by being patient. Then the first time a survivor's weakened, hide yourself away and try to keep track of them by hearing. Listen very closely. If they're at the corner of the loop where they have nowhere to go, that's good. Because then you could stand there and wait for your UVX to charge up. If the then once your UVX is ready to be shot again, you prime it again, and because they haven't been staring you that much, they have about like 9 seconds to stare you down. You can be patient for 9 seconds and land another shot. If they basically make mistakes, like, you know, any range killer, or any killer in general, even Hillbilly, if you screw up like your chainsaw, like if you miss your chainsaw, yes, you're about 3 seconds punished, basically. Like, you waste 3 seconds of your time. However, though, you could just rev it up again and go at them. So you can still recover from that. You miss a hatchet with Huntress, yes, you're slowed down, and you miss a hatchet. But you can just pull out another one. If you miss too much, now you have to reload, and it's going to cost you a lot of time. You miss too many hatchet shots, it's going to cost you the game. You're going to lose because you're missing too many shots. With the Unknown, though, if you miss a shot, you're 7 seconds punished, which is nearly about a time of a gen speed. And if you already got them weakened, now they're going to remove it. So not only that you wasted 7 seconds, but now you wasted your chance to get the injure. Unless if you can M1 them. But other than that, now you have to do another shot to reapply it and then wait for another 7 seconds and then try to get it down. That's the problem with the Unknown. And unfortunately, any of the change he has gotten right now did not address any of this. If the Unknown's projectile, Venom X, would traverse a bit quicker, it would kind of nearly a little bit over or even match the average human reaction time. If direct shots are more rewarding, like Notebooks of Furies is kind of my best add-on. I always love that add-on. Even if it's just 2 extra seconds, it makes a huge difference. I get many M1 hits with Unknown because of direct shots. Unfortunately, though, Behavior doesn't want Unknown players to get direct shots. What I'm trying to say here is that any other killer that makes mistakes, this is not just range killers. It's literally Trapper through Dracula. Literally. Well, there are some killers that don't have this, but if you make mistakes as a killer, it's going to cost you. However, though, you can still recover. Like, I'm playing as Knight. If I screw up my guard placement and he didn't spot a survivor, yes, that's a waste of a guard there. But then I could just summon another guard and then hopefully I can get the shot or get a detection. But if I waste all 3 of my guards, then now I'm stuck having to wait for them to come back, and that's going to cost me. And if this happens like 3 or 4 times while they're doing gens, I'm going to lose the game, and it's therefore my fault because I'm making bad plays. But with Unknown, if you make one or good, two damn good mistakes, it's game over. That's just literally it. Any other killer, okay, if you play any range killer or any killer in general, if you make like 7 or 12 mistakes, yes, you're kind of gonna lose. Even if they're good, if you make like 5 or 6 really good mistakes as a killer, yes, you're pretty much gonna lose if they're on the gens. Unknown though, that's cut down a lot. If you make 1 or 2 good mistakes and they're on gens, it's game over for you. And then you're forced to camp hard and tunnel hard. You're forced to play sweaty because now you're losing so much. I was hoping that this update that the Unknown was getting was to just cut that down, where he don't waste too much time, and where if you make like good mistakes, not too many of them, but if you make like 1 or 2 or even 3 good mistakes, you can still recover from that. But unfortunately, you can't. You can't do it with the Unknown, really. So, but I'm about tired playing as Unknown. I'm about done and sick of this. I feel like, yeah, just nothing. There's just nothing to do. I'm just gonna leave everybody at their drama about the Unknown. I'm not really gonna jump in for this no more. I'm just gonna stick with my Knight and Vecta because I'm having a blast with those two, and Myers too. But I am hoping he's getting a rework. I'm just gonna stick to the killers I like to play a lot, or even my old mains. I'm just done doing the Unknown now. So that's my overall big topic here, is the Unknown.